It's time for spelling analysis. Are you ready? Our first word is ignore. It is hard to ignore the wind outside. Ignore. Go ahead and say ignore. How many syllables in ignore? Two. We will say to spell ignore. What will we say to spell? Ignore. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is ig. I, use an I, E, ya. G. The second syllable is nor. N, O, silent final E. Go ahead and write ignore, sounding it out as you write it. Ignore. Excellent. Now help me to write it. The first syllable is ig. The second syllable is nor. N, or, silent final E. All right, why do we have a silent final E in ignore? The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. Ignore. Ignore. The next word is explore. Would you like to explore the park with me? Explore. Go ahead and say explore. How many syllables? Two. We will say to spell explore. What would we say to spell? Explore. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is X. X. The second syllable is plore. P, L, O, silent final E. Go ahead and write explore, sounding it out as you write it. Excellent. Now help me to write it. The first syllable is X. X. The second syllable is plore. P, L, O, silent final E. Why do we have a silent final E in explore? The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. X, P, L, O, explore. The next word is lake. Would you like to go to the lake today? Lake. Go ahead and say lake. Let's sound it out. L, A, K. That's a tall K. Silent final E. Go ahead and write lake, sounding it out as you write it. And help me to write it. L, A, K. Silent final E. How do we mark it? We'll put a line over the A and double underline the E. Why did the A say its long sound? The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. L, A, K, lake. The next word is mountain. The mountain is very tall and beautiful in the distance. Mountain. Go ahead and say mountain. How many syllables in mountain? Two. We will say to spell mountain. What will we say to spell? Mountain. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is mound. Ow. Use an ow, o, u, The second syllable is tain. A, two-letter A that you may not use at the end of English words. That's right. Say to spell mountain. Sounding it out as you write it. And help me to write it. The first syllable is mound. Ow, The second syllable is tain. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the ow and the A. Now let's read it. Ow, mountain. Okay, it sounds like I here. Well, if you think about it, any vowel may say or I in an unstressed syllable, and there it is. It's saying that lazy I sound because it's unstressed. Mountain. Notice that this word is based on the word mount. Oftentimes mountains are named Mount Hood or Mount so-and-so. So this is a derivative of the word mount. The next word is money. How much money will we need for the trip? Money. Go ahead and say money. How many syllables in money? Two. We will say to spell mon-e. What will we say to spell? Mon-e. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is mon. M-a-n. The second syllable is e. Use an A-E. That's our new phonogram, A-E. Go ahead and write mon-e. Great, and help me to write it. The first syllable is mon. ah, n. The second syllable is e, e. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the e. What sound of A-E did you hear in money? The second. Now, why is the O saying You're right. O may say next to a W, T, H, M, N, or V. And here it's next to both an M and an N. Also, you can imagine the word money is a very old word. So this is, again, one of the words where the scribes decided not to use so many up and down lines, but to represent the sound with an O. Let's read it. M-A-N-E, money. The next word is pester. Please do not pester him while he's studying. Pester. Go ahead and say pester. How many syllables? 2. We will say to spell pester. What will we say to spell? Pester. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is pes. P-S. The second syllable is ter. T-er. Use the er of her. Go ahead and write pester. Sound it out as you write it. And now help me. Pes, p-es, ter, t-er. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the er. Let's read it. P-es-t-er, pester. Okay, when you pester someone, you are being a pest. Do you see that? Without the it says pest. And with it, it's someone who is a pest. They pester. Someone who's pestering is a pest. All right, the next word is tale. Will you tell me a fairy tale? Tale. This kind of tale is the tale that means a story. Let's sound it out. T-A-L, silent finally. Go ahead and write tale. And tell me to write it. T-A-L, silent finally. Now, how will we mark it? We'll put a line over the A and double underline the E. The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. T-A-L, tail. The next word is wrong. That was the wrong answer. Wrong. Go ahead and say wrong. Let's sound it out. That's our new phonogram Ah, ng. Go ahead and write wrong. And help me to write it. Ah, ng. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the and the ng. Let's read it. Ah, ng. Wrong. Now, the next word is escape. The dog made an escape from the yard. Escape. Go ahead and say escape. How many syllables? 2. We will say to spell S-cape. What will we say to spell? S-cape. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is S. S. That's a S. The second syllable is cape. K. Use a K. S. A. P. Silent final E. Go ahead and write S-cape. Sound it out as you write it. And help me to write it. The first syllable is S, S. The second syllable is cape. K, A, P. Silent final E. How do we mark it? Whoops. How do we mark it? We'll put a line over the A and double underline the E. And why did we have a silent final E in escape? The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. Escape, escape. The next word is square. Please draw a square. Square. Go ahead and say square. Let's sound it out. Squa, a, silent final E. Go ahead and write square. Good. And now help me to sound it out. Squa, a, silent final E. And how will we mark it? We'll underline the qua, put a line over the A, and double underline the E. Let's read it. Squa, a, square. You know, this is a word that when I was younger and a student, I didn't understand why it was spelled that way. I didn't know why there was a U there, but Q always needs a U. And now I can see very clearly that the A says its long sound because of the E. So this word is perfectly phonetic. It follows the rules perfectly. The next word is invent. Did he invent that? Invent. Go ahead and say invent. How many syllables in invent? 2. We will say to spell invent. What will we say to spell? Invent. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is in. N. Second syllable is vent. V-E-N-T. Go ahead and write invent. It sounds just like it's spelled. And help me to write it. The first syllable is in. I-N. Second syllable is vent. V-E-N-T. And how will we mark it? There's nothing to mark. Let's read it. I-N-V-E-N-T. Invent. The next word is calculate. Let's calculate how much that will cost. Calculate. How many syllables in calculate? 3. We will say to spell calculate. What will we say to spell? Calculate. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is cal. K. Use a k. S. A-L. Q. K. Use a k. S. U. Late. O-A-T. Silent finally. Go ahead and write calculate. Sound it out as you write it. That's the key. Calculate. And now help me to write it. Calculate. And how will we mark it? We'll put a line over the U. Why did it say it's long sound? A, E, O, U usually say their long sounds at the end of the syllable. And then the vowel said it's long sound because of the E. Let's read it. K, A, L, K, U, L, A, T. Calculate. The next word is taste. Did you taste that? Taste. Go ahead and say taste. Let's sound it out. T, A, S, T. Silent finally. Go ahead and write taste, sounding it out as you write it. And help me to write it. T, A, S, T. Silent finally. Now, how do we mark it? We'll put a line over the A, double underline the E. The vowel said its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. T, A, S, T. Taste. The next word is fame. He earned the fame by playing basketball. Fame. Go ahead and say fame. Let's sound it out. F-A-M. Silent finally. Go ahead and write fame. And help me to write it. F-A-M. Silent finally. And once again, the vowel says its long sound because of the E. Let's read it. F-A-M. Fame. The last word is danger. Be careful because there's danger of falling off the cliff. Danger. Go ahead and say danger. How many syllables? 2. We will say to spell danger. What will we say to spell? Danger. Let's sound it out. The first syllable is dane. D-A-N. The second syllable is j. J. Use a g, j. The of her. Go ahead and write danger, sounding it out as you write it. And help me to write it. D-A-N-J-er. And how will we mark it? Put a line over the A because A-A said its long sound. G-J said its second sound, and we'll underline the Now let's talk about this word a little bit. Why did the A say its long sound? There is no reason in this word that this said its long sound. So this is kind of an exception to the rules, and yet A is saying one of its sounds. So I will leave this up to you if this word is an exception or not. Why did the G say J? G may soften to J before an E, I, or Y. And there it is before a G or before an E saying J. Let's read it. D-A-N-J-er. Danger. Great work today.
Combining the science of reading with the joy of learning. Learn more at essentials.logicoфenglish.com.